My coworker told me I need to move all of my retirement funds out of stocks. Got about 3 to 4 years left before I'm planning to retire. What should I be doing, right? This question came up and it's an important question, and that water cooler or wherever it is you meet with your coworkers now can be a dangerous place when topics like this come up and advice like this is just handed out. If you feel like you want to believe it, you really need to make the right decisions for your situation. We're going to talk through this scenario because I think it's really important. There's two big things you want to consider here: longevity risk and inflation. Okay, those two things are working hand in hand to make retirement income planning a little more challenging than it's ever been, right? Longevity risk, it's a great thing from the standpoint humans are living longer. So life expectancies have increased, somewhere around age 80 in the US for most folks. And a lot of people are living to age 90 or beyond, right? So that's a great thing, but it also presents an extended time period to plan for. If you're a federal employee or just a private sector employee and you're planning to retire somewhere between 57 and 65, you could be talking about a 30-year or more period of retirement where you need income. So how do you plan for that extended period of time? If you move your money to cash, how much risk does that put you at? Big questions to consider. Inflation, also a problem, right? So prices are going to continue to move forward. It's just what they do. Prices, they're not going to come down. Inflation will persist. It'll be at a lower rate than it's been over the last few years. It's a little bit of a shock to the system, but over history, prices have increased. That's just what happens. So plan for that in the future. So those two things working against you: extended time period, things getting more expensive over that extended time period. How do you do it? If you move your money to cash, if you move your money to a super conservative position where you're not offering yourself much potential to grow, you could be setting yourself up for significant risk of outliving your money. Even more so than if you have equity risk or, exposure to stocks in your portfolio. And here's why. Because if you need to take a decent amount of money from your portfolio, say you need 3, 4, 5% as a distribution to supplement your living expenses, but you've moved your money to cash and maybe you're just keeping up with inflation at 3%, or maybe you get 4% in a money market that's paying a little bit higher than somewhere else, you're breaking even at best. All right, for instance, let's say you move to a real conservative position, or you move to a money market fund, you move to the G fund and the TSP, whatever it is, and you're able to get 4%, inflation's running at 3. So you're coming out 1% ahead of inflation, but you actually need to take a 3 or 4% distribution on an annual basis to keep up with what you need from a living expense standpoint. You're automatically in the hole 2 or 3% based on that, because your interest has no opportunity to compound and keep up with those inflationary forces. You're drawing it down and you're only allowing maybe that 1% to go back in. Okay, so immediately you're kind of eroding the base, whether it's the principal base or just what the purchasing power is, right? So in order to keep up with inflation, we need to have at least that 2 or 3% on top of whatever we're taking out on an annual basis. That's just how it works. By limiting yourself into an extremely conservative position where you have this fixed income coming in, might feel good, might feel like, hey, I'm protecting myself, but at the same time, you're not giving yourself an opportunity to keep up with inflation. You're not giving your income a chance to grow as it might need to, and you probably are going to be eroding the principal base depending on how much money you need to take out on an annual basis within retirement. Okay, so powerful things to consider from that standpoint. And if you just give yourself an opportunity for a little bit more growth potential by investing in equities, doesn't mean you have to be super aggressive with it. Create a portfolio mix that you feel comfortable with from a risk standpoint that still gives you a chance to make an expected rate of return, will allow you to keep up with inflation and then give yourself raises in the future. Okay, so come up with that mix, whether it's a 40-60 mix, stocks versus bonds, 50-50, 60-40. I don't know what the right number is for you, but you got to come up with it. Factor in how much income you need to take on an annual basis, or you think you might need to take on an annual basis. Protect that amount for a number of years. Use a bucket strategy. Lock up 5 years in bucket number 1 of how much income you might need over that 5-year period. Create bucket number 2 with the next 5 years of that, and then you can feel confident and comfortable that you have at least 10 years of income mostly accounted for, and let the growth bucket ride and provide the potential that you need. Okay, so just some quick thoughts on that topic here today.